Hey everybody, it's Clint with A-TACS Camo and Black Skull Tactical. Today, we're out here doing a little bit of gear testing, a little bit of photo shooting, try to get some pictures of some new gear that we've got coming out on the market in the new A-TACS IX. We were very, very fortunate to have Mad Max Mullen out here today with us to take a little look at some of our new gear and the new IX pattern.
I'll tell you, there's one thing I like about this pattern that is senior universal. It blends in the wood line into the into the industrial type, into the urban, and it's a multifunctional type pattern. And it has like a little old school to it, kind of remind me of like a tiger stripe, but not quite like the tiger stripes. And it blends in just about any environment. I love it. I love the pattern, and it's very functional. And I'll tell you, I have nothing but two thumbs up for it.
One of the things, Max, that as at A-TACS, as we've developed this pattern, one of the things that I really liked about it being, from a former Ranger background like yourself, and a special operations community, I like, one, it's a very good intermediate pattern. It works in a lot of different styles. It works really good out in the Southwest, down here in the Southeast. But the thing about it that looks really cool to me is it has a very aggressive pattern to it. It looks cool. It does have a little flavor of that old school tiger stripe that a lot of guys from the Rangers, LURS, SEALs, SF will look at it and see a little bit of that kind of a tiger stripey look pattern to it. But it's a very, very new process for printing camouflage, and there's really a lot that went into the development. So I think, like yourself, with that kind of background, you see where this pattern is very new aged and useful.
Yeah, I like that what you said about it's kind of like universal, just about any type of environment. Back during the 80s and 90s, we had the big build up there in Europe. A lot of forest, a lot of woodland, and then as the war came along, we started getting to like urban type areas, more arid desert type areas. But one thing about this pattern, it's like a one pattern fits all. I can see this thing being utilized in like a forest area. I've seen pictures of it. Hunters, you'll love this pattern right here. It blends in just about anywhere from the tundra to the desert to the prairie, even in the mountainous terrain. I mean, this pattern just blends in just about perfectly. Unlike you had the BDU patterns and you had the DCU patterns and the multicam, then the variation of the multicam pattern. But this pattern right here, you can just about use in any type of environment. That's one thing I like about it.
Okay, guys, and as you've gotten to know me a little bit with A-TACS, you know my background with the special operations community. I spent some time in the 75th, a little bit of time in group, and like I said, to have a Ranger Hall of Famer, somebody, it's almost hard to describe how somebody becomes or is inducted into the Ranger Hall of Fame and what level that you have to be at in an already competitive community of professionals to rise above that, and Max Mullen is a Ranger Hall of Famer, and I'd like Max to give us a little bit more background on some of the stuff you've done while you were serving in the military and what you've done since you've retired and what you've done in the film community and some of the other events that you do.
Sure. First of all, I'd like to say, thank you, Clint, for letting me be part of the A-TACS family. And just a little bit of background about myself. I was the 2013 Ranger Hall of Fame inductee. Also a 2013 distinguished member of the Ranger Training Brigade. That is like basically almost like Hall of Fame for Ranger instructors. I had the rare opportunity to serve in all three of the Ranger battalions, the 1st, 2nd, 3rd Battalion, and also serving in the 75th Ranger Regimental Headquarters. I was a Ranger instructor out there at Fort Benning. I was with the Morgan team when it was called the Benning Ranger Committee. And then I was a plank bearer when it's transitioned over there to the 4th RTB, the 4th Ranger Training Brigade. And I was with Charlie Company 4th RTB. I had opportunity, I was the head combatives instructor, and performed over 250 combatives, combat hand-to-hand demonstrations, and also was the co-author of the Army's Combatives Manual when we wrote it back in 1988. It's since been updated and with some new techniques in it. I did 3 tours in Korea with the 2nd ID. I had the opportunity to do a tour up on the DMZ before they ended the DMZ mission, and I did 2 tours of the 101st Airborne. But I tell you, the highlight of my career was that of the Ranger instructor, also serving and saving with the Ranger Regiment. Since I've retired, I've been involved with, people call it airsoft, but it's called military simulations. I've been doing that for approximately almost 15 years, believe it or not, and started out to do the big games with John Liu, and it's called Best USA Marking Operation Lion Claw Series. I've done it with Colonel Danny McKnight of Black Hawk Down fame, and also Ken Miller. He was with L Company 101st, and we have opportunity to go around through these big events and mentor and just try and motivate these young men and women to be the best that they can be. And doing that, had opportunity to travel all over the United States, and also got involved in movies. I was a part of Black, the web series, season 1, which won a whole bunch of web awards, and now invited back to do season 2, which did very well. And right now they're talking about doing a season 3, and they're going to bring my character back for season 3. And also been involved with Texas Zombie Wars, and it's a film about the zombie apocalypse. I'm very excited about that. And also I'm the owner of Tactical Milsim Magazine, Tactical Media Group, and we do a lot of stories on the latest products in the industry, law enforcement, military, hunters, just about anything. And I've just been running the gamut, having a good time, doing a lot of traveling. I will be at the SHOT Show, and I will be at the A-TACS booth. I hope you stop by and give a shout out. And I tell you, this is an honor to be with you guys there.
Man, we're glad to have you, Max. Yeah, definitely, your background speaks for itself, the things that you have in front of you in the future. I know a lot of the guys with Texas Zombie Wars and the Black Series. You got some incredible, professional special operations guys in there. Craig Sawyer, Dale Comstock, Jim Irwin.
Oh, yeah.
Who's who of some of the really incredible special operations community working with Max. And like I said, we're really privileged to have Max working and helping us a little bit with our A-TACS projects. His input is just invaluable. So I'll tell you what, until next time, you guys, you all stay hidden.